Hey everyone, my name is James and welcome back to ChippysCouch. So we're back for another day of our yo-yo only adventure, and I imagine quite a lot of you are pretty surprised right now as yesterday was the final episode. Well, I've had a secret plan for a little while now to do an epilogue at the very end of the series. And I got this idea from watching Albino play Terraria on Twitch, and he said that the reason he doesn't like doing the Moonlord is because you spend all of that time, you kill the boss, and you get these amazing weapons, and then you have nothing to use them on. And it really does feel like that, and it felt like that for the very end of this series, to get a final powerful yo-yo and then not do anything with it. So I wanted to do something secret, a surprise, to just say thank you, because I feel like epilogues are always best when they're a bit of a surprise. Like, take Breaking Bad, for example. Hearing about El Camino all of these years later, that was very cool. In the YouTube scene, you don't wait that long. It's been 24 hours. How are we all doing? So today, I'm going to be doing Boss Rush in Calamity, because this is how you use the final weapons. And if you can beat it, if you can beat every single boss in Boss Rush, you will get the ultimate item in Calamity. And if you don't know what it is, boy, you're in for a bit of a shock. You guys are going to love it. So today, I'm going to do Boss Rush using the final yo-yo. So for anybody that's never done it before, essentially, the game will onslaught you with just a whole bunch of bosses. Every single vanilla and every single modded boss. But they're not the same. They are buffed, so it's a bit of a challenge. And to do that, we're going to need some new armor, because this isn't actually the final armor. The final armor is called Demon Shade, and it's made using Shadow Spec bars. So I ended up doing Supreme Calamitas 2 more times, and that's how I was able to get all of these bars. I ended up with 2 pretty cool weapons. I wish I'd filmed it. Both of them are not weapons we can use because we're still a yo-yoer at the end of the day. But they were very cool. I got basically 2 of the guns. So let me make a set of Demon Shade. This is going to be good. We're going to be super powerful after this. So leggings and a helmet, and there we go. So right now we have 198 defense, and the set bonus is you get all of these different effects. You get Tarragon, you get Blood Flare, Godslayer, and Silver. And these effects are really good. You know, you basically get this second wind if you play it right. So I don't know what the special thing is for this, but we're going to put it on. So we now have 202 defense. We also have a Red Devil. And the set bonus is 100% increased minion damage. All attacks have Demon Flame debuff. Shadow Beams and Demon Sight will fire down on you when you are hit. A friendly Red Devil follows you around. Press Y to enrage nearby enemies with dark magic spells for 10 seconds. This makes them do 25% more damage, but they will also take 125% more damage. So that's pretty insane. If you can dodge well, basically, this mod loves you. That's pretty much the tagline for Calamity. Dodge stuff, you know? Just miss out, right? You ever seen the film Dodgeball? Kind of like that. You just got to be good, right? So let me dump this armor inside of here. Now, there aren't any more upgrades that we're going to make other than the Mega Yo-Yo bag. Some people were kind of, they were a little bit gutted that I didn't show this yesterday. So there is an upgrade to this. We did have a little look at it, but as you can see, look at that. That is a costly recipe. You're going to need a soul artifact. You're going to need, oh my god, you're going to need a lot. But I will make it at the very end. So we'll save that for then. We're going to use the regular yo-yo bag right now, which is going to be super cool. So to do Boss Rush, all you have to do is get a Terminus. Now, we did get this at some point in the series. I can't exactly remember when. I'm not going to lie to you all. You know, I haven't got the best memory, and I think it shows. So Pewdiepie played Terraria today. I was so excited about this. I've been wanting this for so long. I found a tweet that I wrote 5 years ago to him, like, hey, when are you going to play some Terraria? And it finally happened. And the best thing about it is that in the episode, he was like using a wooden yo-yo, and he was like, this is so cool. Like, imagine using a yo-yo in real life. And I was like, all right, cool, because I'm kind of doing my yo-yo thing. I'm a big fan of Pewdiepie, if anybody wasn't already aware. I've been a fan for a very long time, so this is like a big moment for me. I have like a million comments basically like, hey, it's happened. People in my real life are like, have you seen it? And I'm like, yeah, I've seen it. So it's just a great day. Today is awesome. So that's the special effect, by the way. This is the Enraged. All damage taken is increased by 25%. Alright, well, let's begin. Another contender. Very well. May the ritual commence. So, as you can see, very, very powerful and very, very dangerous. So this does take literally about half an hour. I don't know if it's that long because we're playing it in expert mode. I've actually never seen anybody do it in expert mode. I'm pretty sure I've seen Leviathan do it in death mode. And then I'm fairly certain I saw Leviathan and another YouTuber do a collaboration and do it in death mode as well. Have I broken the sounds in Terraria? I had my headphones off and all I could hear was like weird crackling. I haven't technically broken them, but they are pretty scuffed. It definitely does not sound right. So let me slay this beast. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because there are like 7 tiers, there's a lot of things to go through. It's going to take a very long time. So what I think I'll end up doing is I'm just going to talk until I feel like I'm done talking. And then we'll jump around, because obviously it's going to get real serious at the end. That's the hardest part about this, is that at the end of the day, it's actually a real challenge. Like, some of these bosses, you've got to know how to avoid them, because they will absolutely beast you. This one spawns in the second phase. That's actually pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to have, like, a few seconds where it's kind of, at least converting. And, ooh, listen to the music, boy. So that's one thing, actually. A lot of people were like, oh, James didn't mention the music during Yaren or during Supreme Calamitas. It's only because I've heard them before, and I often listen to the Calamity soundtrack. DM, amazing. Absolutely love his work, and I think he's a great dude, right? And so I didn't comment on it just because I've already heard it, right? I know a lot of you are new around here, but I'm kind of a vet around with this kind of stuff. I've been playing it for so long now. I've kind of done everything in that sense. Wow. I thought we were going to be insane. You know what? When I was like, it's buffed, I didn't think it was going to be that buffed. I really didn't. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than that. I'm kind of taken back. I feel like I want to use a mega yo-yo bag. I feel like we should. It's our series. We're having fun. Let's have a go with the mega yo-yo bag, because then it's at least achievable. I'm not going to be here for half an hour. We're going to be able to do our own thing. It's going to be good. Right, so Terminus. Let's just keep going. Let's see what happens. So I believe how it works is that, and I might be wrong about this because it might just like prove me wrong by just doing it in the right order in a minute. But I believe how it works is, yeah, this is correct. So, no, wait. Oh, it's in the same order. See, how I was going to say it is all the bosses are separated into tiers. So you got like tiers 1 to 7. So what I assumed it did was it would basically randomize each tier. So you're always going from tier 1 to tier 2 to tier 3 to tier 4. But the bosses that appear in those tiers would be completely different. So hey, if you're a big Stardew Valley fan, Stardew Valley 1.4 just came out a couple of hours ago. I'm very excited to play that. I'm going to play that tonight. I've got it installed on my my Mac, because I have the skinny Mac, right? I think it's called like the Mac 12-inch or whatever. It's the one that isn't sold anymore. You can't buy it. But basically, it's like this really light Mac, but it's not very powerful. I feel like my iPad is more powerful. Oh my god. Skeletron Prime is the one that messes you up the most, I swear. Like, what is that? But Stardew Valley works on this laptop, and that's what I'm buzzed about. I went into this thinking I was a boss. I really did. I went into this thinking I was so cool. I think clearly not. I almost feel like the last set of armor would be a little bit better. Is that bad? It might be. Silver armor. Let's get it out. Was it called silver armor? Probably not. What was it called? Auric armor. God, I've got the worst memory with stuff like that. I'm so bad. I'm like, yeah, you know that armor I took off 2 minutes ago? Can't remember it. Right, so let me try this again. I'm going to try to get past Skeletron Primus, and if I can, I'll bring you guys back and we'll chat. Okay, I ended up beating Skeletron Prime. Man, if that's Skeletron Prime, like, what's all the other bosses going to be? Oh, look at that. We're already at the Profound Guardians. It's weird that it puts it here. So, like, now I'm really getting confused about the tier list. So I wonder if it... Yeah, like, Eater of Worlds just after that. So I'm wondering if maybe it's all about the buffs to the bosses. So for example, it might buff Eater World so that it's so strong it's in tier 4. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. I don't know. It's all gibberish from here. I was very surprised yesterday. So I asked you guys what you might like in the next series. And I gave you like 2 options. And everyone was like, play mage. And it wasn't even an option. I was so confused. I was like, really? You want mage next? Because I'll happily do mage. Because if you don't already know, mage is my my favorite way to play Terraria. It goes mage, yo-yo. Basically, that's my top 2. So I would happily play it if you'd be interested. But what mods would you like to see with it? So add a little bit more clarification, boys. I want to know. Because ultimately, we got a lot of time on our hands. You know, 1.4 is a minute away. You know, who knows when it's coming out, right? So, so we got time. I want to make as, you know, as much as I can, really. And I've been saying this for a while. Like, I just want to play Terraria. Like, I'm just so stoked on Terraria. I've had such a good year with the game. And I think working on the 1.4 trailer has given me a love that nobody else can share. Do you know what I mean? Because I know what's ultimately... You know, I've had a little sneak peek, and I get to know what's coming in a little bit. You know what I mean by that? So I'm excited. I've got this enthusiasm that can't be matched, and I'm just rearing to play more Terraria. Is rearing the right word? I don't know. As many of you know, I go to New York in a couple of days. I'm very excited about that. My yo-yo, look! It took forever to get back down. Yeah, as many of you know, I'm off to New York in a couple of days. I went and got my my dollars today. Oh my god, American money! And I remember this from last time. It just smells awful. I'm not purposely smelling this money because that's dangerous. It's weird. You never know where money's been, right? But it's just near you, and you're like, ugh. It's so different. Maybe it's the way us British people look after the money. But you never get it with any other currency. I've like been around other currency and there's nothing like it. You watch, right? Skeletron's going to be even harder than Skeletron Prime. I'm so bad at Skeletron. It's actually unreal. Okay, we're on to Aquatic Scourge. I wonder what this one is like when you take it out of the biome. It's kind of nice that it's not killing me straight away. I like that. This is, without a doubt, one of my favorite Calamity bosses. Every time I'm around it, I just feel chill. Such a chill fight. Very satisfying, very rewarding. Man, this is great. I love that there's a boss rush mode. I love it in the Binding of Isaac. If you guys don't play the Binding of Isaac, basically, if you can beat the game within a certain time frame, so that's how the game basically knows that you're powerful enough to do it. You can do a boss rush mode, and it's so cool. Like, you get some, like, extra items and stuff. I apologize, by the way, if you can hear some, like, Windows sounds going off in the background. Twitter's kind of popping tonight. It's going off pretty crazy. So, that's what that is. Oh, God. Lunatic Cultist. You watch. I'm going to have, like, 1,000,000 dragons in a minute. My health is so low. Like, it's actually pretty scary. I feel like if the right boss came along, I'd be so knocked out of the game here. Persistent, aren't you? Perhaps you'll have some hope of prosperity. Crabulon. Ooh. Crabulon. Boy, I forgot about you. Don't kill me, Crabulon. Mate, you move quick. I don't feel like anybody appreciates how quick a crab walks. Oh my god. I'm actually scared of crabs a little bit. I can be near crabs more than I can be near a spider, but they are spiders. Not technically, but they are. Like, they move quick. They hide. This is not good. Plantera demolished. Plantera is one of my favorite fights in Terraria as well because of the arena. I hate making the arena, and I actually hate going for the bulb as well. But the fight itself, I think, looks cool. Like, I was watching it on Twitch the other day, and I was like, this is just a cool looking fight when you're not the one doing it. I hope Pewdiepie continues to play Terraria and enjoys himself. I'd love to see him try some bosses. I would. I think it'd be super sick. I want to see what he says to the Moon Lord. Terraria is such a good game, man. I hope it brings some love to the game, because it is. It's one of these games that like everybody knows about but nobody knows about. It's kind of strange. It's a bit odd. Like, it's one of the best-selling games of all time. But people are like, Terraria what? Terraria what? I'm like, oh, come on. Good game. I mean, you guys know that. I'm preaching to the choir here. I am. This is going great. I almost just... the plan was I was just going to, like, commentate over a little bit, but I'm enjoying myself, just chatting away and just looking at bosses and enjoying the power. I got a fantastic comment yesterday. I absolutely loved it. So, as many of you know, each episode we've been getting very, very powerful, right? And the comment was, you could search millions and find this guy's channel. I was like, that's very true. Because each day, you know, it's millions more damage, millions more health. That's the way it is, man. The titles recently have been a bit intense. That's why I'm excited to start something new. Because then a title can go back to like, wow, guys, we found a life crystal. You put 8 million health in a title and people are like, all right, calm down. But it's true. That's what Calamity is. At the end of the day, it's exaggerated in a good way. Your persistence is truly a trait to behold. You've come further than even the demigods in such a short time. May your skills remain. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that, man. Moonlord. It feels weird to do Moonlord right at this point in the game. So I don't understand. Why am I not able to attack the hands? Okay, let's do the core. There we go. Moonlord defeated, man. I don't feel like usually it looks like this, where it's kind of bare in the middle. But I don't feel like I've ever been as confident after a Moonlord fight to look at it. I love the skull. Ooh. Moonlord's sprite be looking good. Right, Astrum Deus. This is going to be fantastic with this yo-yo setup that we got going on, because there's a lot to enjoy about this. God, as if it's been a while since we've done Astrum Deus. Astrum Deus was a fun fight with the yo-yo. There are a few fights that stick out in the series, and I feel like Astrum Deus was one of them for me. And it's because we ended up lagging the game so much during it, and I think that was pretty cool, pretty chill. Oh, nice. A little moment of silence. So I'm not keeping track. I wish that I'd paid more attention to what's going on. Oh, it's Dungeon Plantera. Hey, how do you find Dungeon Plantera? You just follow these, like... Ooh, these blue bits, right? There are a few of these fights that I'm so glad are a lot tamer. Like, I feel like Skeletron Prime was weirdly tough compared to some of these. Plaguebringer Goliath. Oh! So this is actually a fight that we struggled on in the series. It's making me nostalgic. It really is. I feel like I'm going to get to the end and just die to Supreme Calamitas. Alright, well, here's real Calamitas. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is the, is it like a robot fake or something like that? I've never really read too much of the lore of Calamity, other than reading out, like, the little special effects. But, it's cool that it's there. You can see a lot of people are very excited about it, which I like to see. Like, it's nice. So, what is next? Ooh! Ooh, it's Leviathan. Alright, Leviathan. You forget a lot of these bosses exist when you're doing boss rush. It's weird to say, but it's true. Because there are so many bosses, and you just don't expect Leviathan to just be popping up in the middle of your world like this. He's mad. Very mad. So I feel like we must be nearing an end. I feel like we've done so many bosses. Slime God. See, I would not have remembered Slime God. I was just thinking about all the bosses. Have we done Desert Scourge? Yeah? I think so. Maybe. We got Desert Scourge. God, what bosses are in Calamity? It is genuinely hard to remember them, and that's why I feel like I'm coming up to the end. Or I could genuinely just be a bit clueless. Right, let's kill that heart. Right, so that fight's done. Very shocked we're still alive. Alright. How can I forget this one? Does it make you fight it in hell? Or do you just have to fight it the once? Asking the real questions now, lads. Do you know what I think if I was to die during any fight, right? Just like as it currently stands. I think this phase here is what could kill me the most. Because I'm so bad at avoiding this phase. And a few of these, that's it. You're dead. So what I want to do is I want to try and kill this Providence before it can do that phase again. I feel like I'd survive a laser attack if it came to it. Okay, okay, okay. This is so rock solid. Oh, I have to defeat the chicken balls. Ooh, ooh, I didn't have the right... I went to teleport with the wrong button, essentially, is what happened just then. I went to teleport with my heal button. So you've made it to the final tier. Wow. All right. Okay. Supreme Calamitas, no! Alright, well, at least we're getting this one out the way early, so that if I die to it, it's a done deal. So I just lost my my second wind then. So we managed to go the whole time without losing the second wind. So what's going to help is the fact that we've got this yo-yo bag on here. The good thing is it's not like I've had a day off from this, because I was actually... like I say, I was doing this fight earlier in the day. I've had a little bit of a break, so I went and cooked tea. Curry, if anybody's wondering. So it's not like I'm not that prepped. So what's after this then? It's Yaren, DOG. What are the other mega bosses? Or is that it? You guys are going to love... I just want to do this. I want to win this because the final item is so good. It's going to be worth it. It's worth listening to me natter on during all these boss fights. Trust me. So yeah, if you use the Mega Yo-Yo bag, you can hit the brothers. I tried to cut out all of the salt yesterday. I made a joke of it in the episode, but I will be honest. The brothers phase with the yo-yo is what made Supreme Calamitas kind of annoying yesterday. But I didn't want to be too negative. I didn't want to ruin the vibe of the episode. But yeah, because it's not even Calamity's fault. That's why I didn't want to be moody about it. But that was the most annoying part. The fact that I couldn't do damage to the brothers, and I was losing my second wind constantly because of it, and stuff like that. So I was checking at the end of the fight for where Supreme Calamitas goes to die, and it's not always where it was yesterday. So yesterday it went out of the arena. It didn't do that today. I'm so close to dying, and I'm so scared. Please, please, Supreme Calamitas. I just want to win. We're so close to winning as well. These little phases are the worst. The little, I don't know what to call them, but they're the ones that move so awkwardly. Okay, so that's Supreme Calamitas done. I love it. I'm so glad that it doesn't do the that extra bit at the end. Okay, Yaren. Oh, voice is going now, boys. So that's one pillar. So we're going to be very careful during this. Because if we end up running into the tornadoes, we're going to enrage it. We're either going to survive and enrage it, or we're going to die. So do you have to do both phases of Yaren? That's a good question. So you can't actually damage it. The air is getting warmer around you. Is this where it... Oh, okay. So this is where it heals up, and it's like, all right, I'm actually a trick boss, and you're going to have a rougher time. This is cool, man. I'm having a good time today. Doing an epilogue is exactly what I needed. I really wanted to do this. I think it sucks when you have something so powerful and you can't enjoy it. God, how many millions do you think will be in the title today? Oh my god. Okay. Millions of boss fights. Okay, right. I think we've done this, boys. I think this is going to be it. I think it's a done deal. I really do. So we got DOG next. The only problem with this one is that I did actually ruin my arena. So when I removed a layer of it for Supreme Calamitas, I kind of messed up the setup that you would usually use. So do you have DOG 1 and 2, or is it just DOG 1? That's what I'm curious about. Oh, sorry, DOG 2. Okay, so you have this phase, which is the worst phase going. This feels more like... No, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please just end phase so I can end this fight. Thank you. Because this is going to be the end right here. Come on. Almost died then, just doing that. I think this laser phase really has the potential to kill me if I'm not careful. Because I am genuinely quite bad at it. Okay. Ooh. You expected a reward beyond this mere pebble? Patience. The true reward would be more apparent in time. Where's my reward? What's going on? Did I leave it behind? No. Oh, here it is. It's a rock. The first object Xerox ever created. There you go, boys. It's a rock. Can we just appreciate that out of all of the fights, out of all the possible rewards, I got a Moonlord treasure bag? Why? Why a Moonlord treasure bag? That's probably the only one that the mod couldn't alter. I really did think it would give you a bunch of boss loot as you were doing it. I thought, oh, that's a really cool reward. But yeah, it's a rock. The final item is a rock. Kind of cool, I guess. You can't do anything with it. But what is the final reward? You'll find out in due time. I don't know. Maybe it'll mean an Easter egg in the future. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to have to get working on the final bag. And I think this is going to take a little while. So rather than me fumble my way through it, I'm going to have a little look on here. And I'll see what it is. Because it's going to take me a while. Because I don't know half these names. But I can always Google it. That's the best bit. Oh, wait. Master Yo-Yo bag. Oh. Oh, alright. So there's another upgrade above this. So it's going to take me a real long time. Test Yo-Yo bag. You need the lull item. Cheat test thing. Oh, Total Biscuit, man. God, I miss Total Biscuit so much. Okay, right. Let me figure this out. I'll be a while. See you soon. Okay, I'm almost there, crafting it. A lot of the items was just from stuff that grows up in the meteorites above. But I need to get myself a void, something like that. So what I've got to do is kill Ceaseless Void until I get it. And I'm kind of surprised I don't already have one because, to be fair, I could have easily sold it. So what I've got to do is basically do this fight a couple of times. Wait, this is Stormweaver. Which one's Ceaseless Void? That's the one in the dungeon, isn't it? Do you see how quick this tapped him? Look. Tap, 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 tap. Yo, gone. Alright. Yeah, I think Ceaseless Void is in the dungeon. So I'm going to go try grab that. And I should be able to make the next back. And then we'll test that. We'll make the next one. And then I think that's it. Okay, I got it. Arachnum of the Void. Alright. I'm game. So I think for a comparison, we should probably have a little look at the damage from both upgrades. So right now, all right, let's do let's get rid of the Red Devil. I don't think it'll matter too much. Or actually, maybe will it? I guess either way it'll be firing no matter what. So this is with one dummy, and the DPS is currently, see, it's around 750,000. So you guys are gonna have to remember that number. Will I remember it? Maybe, maybe not. So let me put this all away. We need to put this inside of here. And then let's see. Yo-Yo bag. So this is the ultra bag. So let's place it on. So as you can see, extra boom. Alright, extra boom. Okay, I'm game. So one of these bad boys. Alright, so is that... It's kind of hard to tell because there's so much going on. And I'm really struggling to read the number. It's going by too quick. So is that 1.7 million? Is that what that is? Oh my god. Alright, that just crept over to 2 million, which is pretty crazy. I don't know if anybody deserves this kind of power in Terraria. So let's place this in here. Let's have a little look at what's next. So I've already got this. I already just made that. Dark Sun Ring. I imagine that's probably easy to make. The Reaper Tooth Necklace. See, I know I don't have this because I've not done anything in the aquatic depths. And then I probably have the rest. So let's double check. So the necklace is made from what? Necklace. Reaper Tooth Necklace. Yeah, I knew I wouldn't have this. So you need to kill some Reapers. Cool. I got them. And you need some depth cells as well. Alright, well I can go and grab that. And then let's have a little look at the Dark Sun Ring. Dark Sun Ring. See, this I really thought would be easier. What's Dark Sun? That's Solar Eclipse, isn't it? So, Solar Eclipse, Yuli Bloomy. I can go and grab that. And then I think I'm done. I think I've got everything else. Let's double check, though. Just in case. So, Yo-Yo. We're looking at the Master Yo-Yo bag. So, I do. I've both of these, which is good. So, I've got these to get. Alright, well. Okay, so I should be able to make it. So, Dark Sun Ring, check. And I don't know if I made the other thing yet. I'm like, oh yeah, I actually did. It's there, it's ready. Alright, you guys ready? That's it, right? That's the final one. Master Yo-Yo bag, now with entropy. Alright, okay, so there we go. Alright, I'm kind of nervous. Let's see what kind of damage this does. This is going to be mental. This is going to be crazy. I think this is probably going to be the highest DPS you've ever seen in Terraria. Bam. So, is that 10 million? Are we up to 10 million now? Is that what that is? Or, it's so hard to see the numbers. Or is it working its way to... See, the truth is, I can't tell if it's 2 million or 21 million. Because the numbers are going so fast. My gut says 2 million. 2.1 million. So what does this mean then? You want to see? Alright, well I want to see 2. Okay, so I swapped over to Auric so that we could have the slowdown ability. Rather than have something crazy where we're going super fast. Because we still need to technically make it through this phase to do all of the damage right. So at the end of the day, it's more about surviving. Okay, so here's the damage. It took a while for it to kick in then. I don't think it knew what it was doing. So, pretty crazy, right? I would say that this is probably the fastest Supreme Calamitas kill that YouTube is ever going to witness. That being said, if I just get killed, it's not going to be. And I don't know if I even want to do Supreme Calamitas. I really just wanted to show off the DPS, which, as you can see, is amazing. I don't feel like the mod even knows what to do with all that damage. Let's have a little look at the brother phase. It's pretty mental. It does look pretty mad. It especially looks mad when all of these little flaming bits start coming out. Like, it starts off slow. It seems to kind of come out of nowhere. It's pretty great. Okay, let's end this thing. I think I'm gonna kill these first. Oh no, just a little bit more damage. And there we go. So this is the real end of the series. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting the series. The final episode, which is not truly the final episode, has been the most viewed we've ever had. And it's been crazy. It's been absolutely mental. So I hope that you'll stick around for another series with me and help me decide what it will be. But for now, guys, thank you so much. This has been great. It's been so fun. I never thought it would get this ridiculous, but it has, and I love it. I've embraced it all the way. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys are well, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Maybe. Peace.